Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to have a little bit of fun with the Simon Hurley sprays, and we're going to try using a couple of different papers. So I initially used black paper, white paper to show you guys the differences. Well, now we're going to play with some navy, like a dark blue, and some craft color paper. And I wanted to try it first using a stencil to see how it would spray in there. And I've noticed a lot of times with sprays, it can be difficult with the stencil because it doesn't get super tight, especially if you're using the method that I'm using, which is I'm just using some washi tape to hold it together. Sometimes the liquid of the spray can seep underneath no matter what you do. And so I find that you don't get a very crisp look when it comes to the sprays and using stencils sometimes. Okay. So I'm going to try and dry this a little bit before bringing in the blue color to try the same thing. But you can see, I think, I don't know if I hold it up close or not, but it's very fuzzy around the edges, okay? And that can lead to, it's not an ideal look. Like sometimes you want messy, sometimes you want it to be more neat. And I'm going to talk more about that as we continue on. But now we're going to do the blue paper, but I just wanted to clean up some of the wet ink in the box so that way it keeps the back of it dry. And on this one, we're going to use the blue, which is Beluga. I thought that would be fun, like a blue on blue technique. And we're doing the same thing. And this time I did decide to try and blot a little bit and then spray some more and then really let this dry with the stencil as best as I could. And then I'm going to wind up stopping here. I'm just showing you because this one had dried a little bit. But we're going to take a moment and I'll be right back. So this is the blue one, and you can see the blue one to me looks almost more messy. So my technique of trying to blot in between didn't really help it much. But like I said, we're going to come back to those. So for these two papers, I decided that I wanted to just spray directly to the paper, sort of like create a galaxy look, but just using these sprays. And then I'm going to finish it off with my trifecta that I always use when it comes to like splatters and stuff like that. But to start off with, we did use Cross My Heart, and then I sprayed some Golden Hour, and then we did some droplets of Overheated. And I used the same three colors on the craft and the navy blue. And I'm just using my heat tool to dry as much as I can, especially in between, because I'm trying to, as I add on layers of splatters and stuff like that, that they're not blending into each other. So once I got the sprays from the Simon Hurley, I'm going to add splatters in the picket fence, which is white, the black soot, and I'm also going to hit it with the spritz in fossilized amber. Okay. And to me, I think the white and the black and the gold being on top, because those are more, how do I explain? I guess they're more saturated colors than like the Simon Hurley sprays. You see the color of those when you tilt it in the angle in the light because of the shimmer, but the white and the black, they're very solid, you know? So I'm doing my best to make sure I dry in between, especially with the black and the white, because I want them not to blend. And then once I hit it with the heat tool, we're going to hit it with the spritz, like I said, in the gold. And it doesn't take long for this to dry. I do wind up smearing a little bit on the craft color. But I'm still going to use it for a final project because it doesn't bother me. You know, sometimes you get a little smudge here and there, but I think it'll be all right. I still like the way it looks. I like I can see how the black is still, even as I'm looking at the papers right now, as I do the voiceover, it looks a little wet on the navy paper. It's mostly dry on the craft, but there are some spots that are looking wet. So there's potential of smearing because it looks like it's taking the black longer to dry. So you just want to be careful. Set it off to the side, wait for a little bit, and then we can come back. Now the bottom two, I'm going to do something off camera. I'm going to use this translucent texture paste and line up the stencil and see if I can make it a little more defined using the translucent paste. We'll see how it looks. I'm going to show you guys the final projects, putting the final projects together anyway, in our next video. I hope you guys enjoyed us playing with the different colored cardstock. I highly suggest it. Have fun. Don't just stick to black and white. Try some other things and see how it works. Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow with our next video. Have a great one.